Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. It feels so good to be back. My name is Mandy. I'm not a professional makeup artist. I'm just your average everyday woman who loves makeup, is very passionate about it, and really hopes to be able to show you how you, as a non-makeup artist, can use these products. My goal on YouTube is to show the average everyday woman what they can do with a palette with minimal skill level and no professional training. And today we are here to talk about Wayne Goss's new eye collection. Comes in this beautiful, shiny, probably too shiny for you guys, silver packaging. It almost silver chrome packaging. The collection consists of a palette and 3 Kohl eyeliners. This is what the palette looks like. Beautiful, shiny plastic. It does have some weight to it. It's a shiny black, kind of reminiscent of a Pat McGrath packaging, just in the fact that it's shiny black packaging. The palette looks like this on the inside. I will say it has a very luxurious feel to it. The palette consists of 2 mattes, 3 shimmers, and 1 celestial shade. It is 16.2 grams of product. This collection is sold exclusively on Beautylish. And just a word about Beautylish, I love this company. So the collection launched on Thursday, and Melanie from Beautylish actually reached out to me on Monday to give me the opportunity to pre-order the collection, which I thought was amazing. I have a very busy work schedule. My job does not necessarily allow me to be right with my phone at any given time, on any given day to order merchandise. And because of that, the idea that I can pre-order something from Beautylish is just amazing. Kudos, Beautylish. Thank you so much, Melanie. That being said, I did purchase all of these items. They are not PR. Wayne don't know me like that. Hey Wayne, if you want to know me, hi, nice to meet you. Just joking. Anyway, back to the collection. Wow, it is really hard to do this and keep my lights from reflecting off this palette. Sorry guys. So this is the Luxury Eye Palette in Imperial Topaz. It's the first of what I hope is very many palettes in the Wayne Goss Luxury Eye Collection. It consists of 6 shadows, 2 mattes, 3 satins, and 1 celestial shade. It does have a matte black. If you watch Wayne Goss's video about this collection, which I will link down below, he explains how very important he feels like a matte black is, that there will be a matte black in every palette he puts out in his Luxury Eye Collection. And this matte black is gorgeous. It is soft enough that you can blend it out to a light black. You can use it to add depth to almost any color because it is so soft and so blendable. But at the same time, as you can see on my eyes, you can build it up to just this gorgeous matte black. It's just phenomenal. So the palette is actually 16.2 grams of product. That's 2.7 grams per pan. The pans are actually very, very large. And this is actually quite a bit of eyeshadow in this palette. By comparison, a Pat McGrath palette, which retails for $125, is only 13.2 grams of product. Let that sink in for a second. This palette retails for $55. It is 16.2 grams of product. The Pat McGrath, $125 and 13.2 grams of product. And these shadows are amazing. I would stack them up against my Pat McGrath shadows any day. Don't get me wrong, I love Pat McGrath. I have every palette she's ever done. Every one that she has ever done. I have duplicates of some. I love Pat McGrath. But this formula is just amazing. In Wayne's description of the formula, he says that it blends at the lightest touch. It absolutely does. If you watch the tutorial portion of this video, you'll see it's effortless. The blending, it's like, oh my God, that's done. Where you're used to seeing someone kind of blend and blend and blend, you just kind of put it on, and it was blended. It was amazing. I cannot recommend this palette more. This is the perfect everyday palette. You can go from work to evening. I think it's I say that because I think it's very easy to look at this palette and see how you could do an everyday basic eye look with this palette. I did this eye look so you could see how it can easily go to evening. I wanted to do a smoky, sexy eye so you could see that this palette not only will take you to the office, but straight to date night. Every one of these shades blended like a charm. I used every one in this eye look, every color, and they performed beautifully. And this Celestial shade right here, this one, it is just gorgeous. It is so beautiful. It's what I have tapped over the inner portion of my eyelid. Just stunning. Stunning, I tell you. This palette is a palette that can become a staple in your collection. A staple in any woman's collection to take her from workday to date night. All right, let's take a look at the swatches. We have shade number 1, which is a champagne-y satin. Shade number 2, also a satin. Shade number 3, a matte black. Shade number 4, a coppery brown satin. Shade number 5, a matte brown. And shade number 6, the Celestial shade. So also launching with this collection were the 3 Essential Eye Kohls. They are wooden pencils, which I love. I love a wooden pencil because I'm always able to sharpen it to just the nicest point if that's what I need for whatever look I'm doing. These pencils were $14 a piece and have 1.14 grams of product. The shades are Obsidian, which is a deep black matte, Rich Hazel, which is a dark brown matte, and Precious Opal, which is a rich bronze satin. I think Wayne did a great job with these pencils. I'll tell you what, I used the Obsidian in this look, and it blended out so easily. No tugging on my eyelid, no pulling, nothing. It went on like a dream, and then just with the lightest touch, blended out. I was able to smoke this eye. Just absolutely gorgeous. I haven't tried the other 2 colors, but if they perform like Obsidian, I'm in love. Also, I think he did a great job with the picking of these colors. I think everyone needs a gorgeous black eyeliner. Everyone needs a rich brown eyeliner in their collection. And then the Precious Opal with just that slight bronzy tint to it is just like a very special eyeliner. It's going to give an eye look, especially on your lower waterline where maybe you don't want it to be like that rich black, you know, intensity, but you still want something kind of smoky looking. That Precious Opal is just gonna be gorgeous in your lower waterline. My thoughts on this collection? I love it. I am in love. Wayne did such an amazing job with this palette. These shadows are just absolutely gorgeous. They're very true to pan, and they blend. When I tell you they blend easily, I don't think I can actually describe to you how easily they blend. If you keep watching and you watch the tutorial for this eye look, which I really hope you will, you're gonna see that I almost overblend them because I don't expect them to have blended as quickly as they did. It's like, wait, that's already blended. How is that already blended? Just trust me. These are probably the most blendable eyeshadows I have ever used. And that says a lot. Because I don't know if you can see this thing behind me. It goes from over there to over there. It's full of just eyeshadow palettes. No joke. There's well over 200 eyeshadow palettes behind me. And when I say this is the most blendable eyeshadow formula I have ever used, I'm not kidding. It is the most blendable eyeshadow formula I have ever used. All right, I really don't know what else I can say about how much I love this collection. And I don't think we could be supporting a better creator. I don't know Wayne Goss personally, but just from watching his videos and seeing the way he reacts to things, he seems like a beautiful person. So I am very happy to support him and very happy to support his brand. I have lots of his brushes. I love the fact that he used other creators to help launch his collection, included them in his launch video. I just think that's amazing. He seems like he is the best at promoting other creators. He's not about tearing other people down. He's just about building other people up. And that is beautiful, and I am here for it, and I'm here to support him in any way that I can. That being said, please go out and buy this collection. You will not regret it. If you want to see how I got this gorgeous smoky eye, then keep watching. I'm going to take you through it step by step using the palette and the eyeliner, show you how to do it. I'm going to link down below some other videos. Wayne's video launching the collection where some eye looks are demonstrated. Kelsey Brianna J's where she demonstrates a couple of eye looks for this palette. And Mel Thompson's video where she demonstrates a couple of eye looks from this palette. If you're not going to hang around for the eye look, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, consider subscribing. I would love to have you. For those of you that do subscribe, you know I love you. Love you so much. I really hope you guys will hang around and check out this smoky eye look though. Shade number 3, matte black. We're going to take this shade and start building it up in this outside corner. It's a really nice black. It's not so dark upon initial application that you can't blend and work with it, but it's definitely really dark, and I can tell it's going to build really well. I'm going to make sure to pull this where it's just above my crease so it's visible with my eyes open. I'm going to start kind of pulling it into the crease a little bit, but not all the way. Kind of build up this color a little more. I think for the part where I'm trying to blend it into my crease, I'm going to switch to a different brush. So I don't want that to get very big. I'm picking up the shadow again on a Wayne Goss number 19 brush, and I'm going to use that just to pull the shadow over towards the crease. You can see I only pulled it partially over onto my brow bone towards the crease. I have it far enough up that it's visible with my eye open. Shade 05, this matte brown. Picking this shade up on a clean Wayne Goss 18 brush, and I'm going to start kind of buffing right along the edge of this black. Trying to be very careful not to lose the black. Just want to buff out the edge. I'm going to pull this out some. I have a lot of space, a lot of eye space here, so I try to pull shadows out a little bit to kind of capitalize on that. Also, I feel like helps to lift my brow a little bit. Those two shades blended together fabulously, possibly a little too good. I may have to go back in and touch up that black a little bit. They may have blended too well. Okay, so I have both eyes blended with that matte shade. I am going to go back in with the Wayne Goss 19 brush and just touch that black a little bit. I'm going to try to stay away from the edge and just intensify the very center. I'm sure you're noticing this spot right here. I don't want you to think it's the eyeshadow. I obviously have a dry place on my eye right there because recently every eyeshadow I use patches on me right there. Doesn't matter the primer, it doesn't matter anything. Shade number 4, this reddish brown satin shade. Using that same Goss 18 brush I used for the last shade, and I'm going to use this to continue this brown into my crease. Coming all the way down into the inside corner. Gonna buff out the edge of the last brown here on my lid. And then buff out just under my brow. Yes, I know I'm doing the cardinal sin of taking my shadow all the way up to my brow, but because of how saggy I am, to get a color above my crease, it leaves me very little area to work with. Plus with this smoky eye, I kind of like it all the way up. That was effortless, by the way, blending that shadow into the crease. Shade number 1, this lightest satin. Picking this shade up, and I'm going to pack it all the way across from the inside corner, about halfway across my lid, meeting those brown shades, all the way up into the crease. I can't. Was that speechlessness? It's taking my words away how easily these shadows are just, boom, they're there, they're on your eyes, they're blended in. It's amazing. Shade number 6, the Celestial shade. I'm going to try to pick this shade up with that same Goss brush. I may have to use my finger. We'll see. I want to put this all over shade number 1. I'm going to go in with my finger. I'm just going to pat that over shade number 1. There we go. That's so subtle, but it is just stunning. Alright, before we do the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the Essential Eye Pencil in Obsidian. It's the matte black. I'm just going to just start pulling this across my lash line. I'm not trying to be super precise here. I'm going to take my Rolling Lane Nickel BOM 50 and use it to smudge this liner out. This is smudging brilliantly. I'm not putting very much pressure on my eyelid at all. It is smudging so nicely. The only reason I'm pulling my eyelid with my finger is to stretch out the little crepey wrinkles. Right, I'm going to do the same thing along the lower lash line and fill in my waterline. Sure to fill in this area over here. so you don't have a skin-like place left. I'm going to use that same brush to smudge this out. As I smudge it, I'm going to kind of wing it just a little baby wing right there. All right, now we're just going to kind of get in this inside corner. Kind of bring it in just a little bit. Just extend it just the tiniest bit. I'm not really going to smudge that area though. I want that to stay a little bit crisp. Okay, so while I was doing my other eye, I did go ahead and tightline my eyes by putting the liner in my upper waterline. Alright, so now that we have that liner down, I'm going to go in with that black shade on Goss 05 and just kind of brush this over that liner to set it and to smoke it out just a little bit more. Same thing on the bottom. I've had trouble with this eye watering quite a bit lately, and when I was doing my tight line, I got it stirred up, so hopefully we'll get through this video with this eye look intact. Right, I'm picking up that shade number 5 on a Goss 20, and I'm going to use it to just buff out the edge of that black. Really smoke out this lower lash line. I'm going to put a little bit of tension to pull those crepey wrinkles out, so I can make sure this is nice and smooth. Alright, I picked up shade number 1 on a Rephr 03 brush, and I'm going to use it just to hit the center corner. So that pretty much completes the shadow and eyeliner portion of this look. I want to point out the minimal amount of fallout that I have. There is some, just the tiniest bit though, and I have not brushed any fallout off at all during this application. So this minimal amount of fallout I think is amazing. I would say this palette doesn't have any fallout, except for it does just a little bit, the tiny bit, like little baby bit of fallout. Anyway, so that completes the shadow portion. I'm going to throw on some lashes and come back and show you guys the end result. Okay, so here's the final look. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, I hope you'll consider clicking that subscribe button. For those of you that do already subscribe, thank you so much. I really love you guys. Mwah. You guys stay safe out there. It feels so good to be back. Take care of one another. And until next time, bye-bye. Mwah.